Okay. Very good evening to all of you. A very good evening to all of you, and a warm welcome to the SBR orientation session for June 2026 examinations. Okay. So, first of all, before we start anything about SBR, so basically, in this session, we will be covering each and everything that you need to know about SBR as a paper, that is a strategic business reporting. Okay, so we'll discuss what exactly is the linkage of this paper with the other papers of ACCA. We are also going to study in this session what exactly is the syllabus structure of ACCA SBR. Plus, we will also understand what exactly is the paper pattern. What does ACCA expect from you? Okay, what is the type of paper that can come up in the exam? Okay, what is the paper orientation? Okay, what does ACCA expect in the exam? Okay, and how exactly is SBR different from FR? Okay, so all those we are going to study in this orientation session. Basically, I can say that this session will help you understand each and everything about the SBR paper, each and everything about SBR paper. Okay, now, but before that, before we start the session, come on guys, please tell me, is the audio and video clear to all of you? Is the audio and video clear to all of you? And if yes, please hit the like button. Please immediately hit the like button. Come on guys, all of you, immediately hit the like button. Okay, chalo. So first of all, let us understand why exactly is SPR important. So guys, understand, at ACCA we have three levels, right? We know that. We have knowledge level, we have skill level, and we have professional level. And I think all of you know this, and I don't need to tell this part, that just a minute. SBR is a part of P level. I believe all of you are aware of it, right? Okay, now, so SBR stands here. Okay, but one more thing which we all need to know and accept, that SBR is an right, the base of SBR is accounts. The base of SBR is accounts. Okay, so for accounts we have, at knowledge level we have FA paper, financial accounting. At skill level we have paper called as financial reporting, and at professional level we have paper called as SBR, that is strategic business reporting, which is the paper we are going to understand today. Okay, now comes the question, why is SBR important? So I will say SBR is important from two perspectives. SBR is important from two perspectives. One is, I will say, professional angle, and one I will say from an exam angle. Okay, now definitely SBR is a compulsory paper of professional level, so it means it is important. Second point is, if you plan to choose AAA as a paper, one of the optional papers, AAA. So in AAA, you will see, you will need the knowledge of SBR in AAA. You will need this knowledge of SBR in AAA. You will need the knowledge. Okay, that's why SBR is important. Point number one. But more importantly, I believe SBR is important. More importantly, I believe SBR is important because it is important from a professional angle. Now, see, since you all of you are at P level, professional level, and now you will be qualifying ACCA in some time. Now, once you qualify ACCA, just a minute. Once you qualify ACCA, you will go and work and do job. For doing the job, you will have to appear the interview, and in all the interviews which you appear, you will be tested. You will be tested on IFRS and IAS, the accounting standards, which you study at SBR level. Plus, whenever you are doing your job, you're working there also, whichever profile you work for, whether you are working in finance and accounts, you are working in financial planning and analysis, you are working in tax, you are working in business finance, wherever you are working, whichever profile you are working for, you will need the knowledge of IAS and IFRS. You will need the knowledge of it. You will need the knowledge of it. Okay. So that's why from a professional angle, SBR is quite very important. Quite very important. Okay. And we need to know, guys, ACCA is particularly an accounting qualification, right? ACCA is an accounting qualification. The base of ACCA itself is accountancy, right? And hence SBR becomes the most important paper of P level, I believe, in my opinion. Though with all due respect to all the papers, okay, but SBR is the base. SBR forms the base in my opinion. Okay, now. So this is why I believe SBR is quite very important. Now, definitely you will have this question in your mind that, sir, how is SBR? How is SBR different from that of FR? I believe you guys have this question every time. You guys have this question, and trust me, guys, I am going to answer this part. I am going to answer this part in depth. In depth. I'm going to answer that how exactly is SBR different from FR. I will be answering this part. Okay. And in depth, see, I have that section particularly for that. I have a section particularly for that. How is SBR different from FR? I will be answering this part. So need not worry at all. Need not worry at all. Okay. And I know, guys, there might be students who have not studied FR, or who have not studied FR properly, or who has studied FR long back. And they are worried, sir, my base of FR is not that strong. Will I be able to understand SBR? So I do have answer for each and everything. Need not worry. Just watch the session till the end. I think this session will be roughly of around 45 minutes to 1 hour. And we will discuss everything about SBR and in depth. Whether you are a self-study student, or you are taking our classes, or any other faculties classes, whichever thing you have opted for, okay, this session will be helpful for all of you, okay. Now, and all of you, come on, guys, hit the like button if you're watching the session. Hit the like button immediately now. Okay. Tell me, guys, can you please tell me, I just want to know from each one of you, when did you appear your FR paper? Can you please tell me, when did you appear or your FR paper, or you didn't appear FR at all? You are coming from an exemption route. Can you please tell me? If you are coming from an exemption route, you can write exemption, or if you have appeared financial reporting paper, then you can write which attempt, like when was your exam due for FR, or when have you appeared for FR. You can write the exam date. Come on, guys, tell me. Like you can write March 2025, June 2025, March 2026. Bani Saluja didn't appear. Okay. So are you from exemption route, Bani? Are you from exemption route? And what about others? Come on, guys, please tell me. Guys, this session should not be the one where I am just giving knowledge and you are just listening. No. I think we should be interacting. And that's how my sessions are structured. It's not one way. It should be two way. Always two ways. December 25 exemption, June 25 exemption, March 25, December 2018. Wonderful. Long back, but okay, don't worry at all. We are here. Sarja appeared in December 2017. Okay. March 2025. Exemption route. December 2024. What about others? Come on, guys. Come on, everyone, please. December 2025. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. Okay. So need not worry, guys. See, if you have appeared FR recently, definitely you will get a strong level of confidence in FR, in SBR from the very start itself. Okay, if you have appeared FR recently, but if you have appeared FR long back, don't worry. I will tell you the entire strategy for each and everything. Whether you are taking classes, not taking classes, self-study, need not worry at all. I have the solution for each and everything. Need not worry at all. Okay, need not worry at all. Okay, so now I'll be guiding each and everything. Need not worry at all. But now, just to give you a quick introduction about myself, CA Vishal Jain, qualified Indian chartered accountant, and also I have was able to score a rank in ACCA. It was AIR2 and a global rank 7. I qualified Indian chartered accountancy exams back in November 2017, post which I was working with KPMG India, and for some part I also worked in KPMG Dubai. Okay, now post which I started teaching ACCA students from the year 2022. So I think it's been a 3.5-year journey so far, and roughly I think I can say I have taken up around 12 or I think yes, 13 batches for FR and SBR equivalent. Okay, 13 batches for FR and 13 batches of SBR I have taken so far. So this is all about myself, my experiences. Okay, and many of my students were able to get a national rank and a global rank, and I believe you will be the next one, and I believe you will be the next one. Okay, so now come on guys, on this note, can we start understanding about SBR? Come on guys, please tell me, shall we start? uh, I will be telling each and everything about SBR. Need not worry. Okay, need not worry at all. Now, coming to SBR syllabus. So SBR syllabus is structured in a manner that it is divided into 6 parts. First of all, let me tell you what does each part mean. Okay, and then we will discuss that how exactly you should study these parts. Part A is about fundamental ethics and professional principles. Guys, understand, at skill level, when you were studying financial reporting, the examiner and the ACCA team expected you to understand the basics of accounting standards. What exactly does the accounting standard say? What exactly is the accounting treatment for a particular transaction is what the ACCA expects you. That's all, nothing else. But when you come to professional level and you are on the verge of becoming a professional accountant, now ACCA doesn't expect only the knowledge of accounting standards from you. No, ACCA expects something more. Two things. ACCA expect that you should know how to apply the knowledge in the given case scenario. Okay, how to apply the knowledge in the given case scenario. Point number 1. And point number 2, ACCA also expects that you should know what accounting is ethical and what is not ethical. So you should understand the difference between ethical accounting and non-ethical accounting. Okay, you should understand the difference between the same. So basically, if I have to say this, if I have to summarize in a very simple language, ACCA expects you to make a difference between right and wrong. Okay, ACCA expects you to understand the difference between the same. Okay, now that is what is called as fundamental ethics and professional principles. Okay, so there are few fundamental ethical principles which I believe you would have studied at skill level double A paper, auditing paper, F8 paper. Okay, which are, tell me, integrity, confidentiality, professional competence and due care, professional behavior, and independence. right? Objectivity, which we say. So these are the ethical principles, fundamental principle of ethics. Now ACCA will expect you to apply these ethical principles in the day-to-day accounting work. Okay, day-to-day accounting work. Now this is called as part A, ethical principles. Now part B is called as financial reporting framework. Financial reporting framework. Now what is financial reporting framework? Now tell me, okay, for each and every transaction that we account for, we have a set of accounting standard for the same, right? But now understand guys, the world is evolving. And as the world is evolving, there are certain new type of transactions happening each and every single day, for which there are no accounting standards in place. The classic example for that can be, you can say, cryptocurrency, bitcoins. There are no particular accounting standard for the same, right? For the war ongoing in the country, right, there are no accounting standards on the same, right? How do we account the impact of these in the financial statements? Ever thought about it? Right? How do we actually account for these in our financial statements? So the answer to that is financial reporting framework. So in this financial reporting framework, there are principles specified which guides the accountant, the professional accountant, as to what should be the accounting treatment given. If there is no accounting standard in place for a particular transaction, okay? Now, so this is about financial reporting framework. Plus also, if the accounting standard setting body wants to set up a new accounting standard, they also take the reference of this financial reporting framework. And you know what? In this financial reporting framework, they have defined what exactly is an asset, what exactly is a liability, what exactly is an income, what exactly is expense, equity, capital, when to de-recognize assets, when to de-recognize liabilities, or when to recognize liabilities, recognition, de-recognition, assets, liabilities. What are the measurement principles? Right? They also go ahead and specify what are the fundamental accounting principles, that is going concern concept, accrual concept, right? All those things are specified in the financial reporting framework. Okay, so now I can say this financial reporting framework helps us in two things. Point number one, if there is no particular accounting standard in place, then this financial reporting framework helps the professional accountant to get the accounting treatment of that particular transaction. Point number one. Point number two, this financial reporting framework helps the accounting standard setting body to set up a new accounting standard. Okay, so this framework, I can say, is the constitution of the accounting standards. It is the constitution of the accounting standards. Okay, so I believe we have to study part A, we have to study part B also. Okay, but how exactly, what should be the sequence, I will be guiding you. But first of all, let me guide you what exactly is the meaning of each part. Now in part C, financial reporting performance. Okay, financial reporting performance. So in this, you will be studying about IAS and IFRS. IAS and IFRS, you will study about this one in part C. You will study about this one in part C, IAS and IFRS. Okay, there are multiple IAS and IFRS about which you are going to study. For example, IAS 16 on property, plant, equipment. For example, IAS 23 on borrowing cost. For example, IFRS 18 on presentation of financial statements. For example, IFRS, you can say 8 on operating segments. Right? There are multiple IAS and IFRS which we are going to study. So this part C will help us understand the accounting treatment suggested by IAS and IFRS. Okay, now part D Part D. Part D helps us to prepare the financial statement of the group companies. And I believe you know the meaning of group entities. I believe you know the meaning of group entities. Right? So this part D is about the group accounting, which I believe is the most important chapter of SBR, the most important chapter of SBR. Okay, because direct question comes for 30 marks from the group accounting in the exam. Now, interpreting financial statements. Now, please understand, at FR level, you remember you had a question of 20 marker in section C in FR, analysis of financial statements, right? So we move a level beyond that. Okay? And here also we will be interpreting the financial statements. We will be analyzing the financial statements. But the approach of analyzing will be a little bit different from what we did at FR level. Okay? Now, part F is impact of changes and potential changes in the accounting regulation. So this point talks about current issues. Do you know what is a current issue? Come on guys, tell me. Do you know what is a current issue? Do you know what is a current issue? So let me tell you. What exactly is a current issue. So current issues are, you can say, the current issues happening in the market. Like for example, the war happening between US and Iran is a current issue. But are we required to study about that? No. Unless and until ACCA releases a technical article on that war. It is not a current issue for us. But let's suppose if ACCA releases a technical article on the war between US and Iran, it becomes a current issue for us. Okay? Let's suppose there are new accounting standard coming up. It has not yet come up, not yet approved, not yet notified, but it is just proposed. Okay? So if ACCA recommends you to study those standards, that becomes a current issue. That's why it says impact of changes or potential changes, means the change which can happen in the future, the new accounting standards which can come up in the future. Okay, so those also we have to study. Okay. Now, so IFRS 18 used to be a current issue, but now it is not a current issue. It is a part of the syllabus. Itself. Okay, so these are the 6 parts which you have to study. But now, how you should study? How exactly you should study? What should be the sequence? Understand. First of all, you should study IAS and IFRS. Okay. Now, once you study IAS and IFRS, you get the knowledge of accounting treatment. Okay. Just a minute. Then move to group accounts. Move to group accounting. This is the sequence which you have to follow for studying SBR. Okay. Now, once you have studied group accounting, so what are done? Tell me now, what exactly, which parts we have already covered? We have covered this one. We have covered this one. Okay. Now, then what? Then we go and study analysis of financial statements, which will take a very less amount of time to study analysis of financial statements at SBR level. It will not take much of your time. It will not take much of your time, unlike that we do in FR. So in FR, analysis of financial statements used to take a lot of our time, right? We have to practice a lot of questions, right? So at SBR level, analysis of financial statements will not take much of your time. Okay. Now, then what? Then you will study about framework. Then you will study about framework. Then once you have studied about the framework, and then you will study about ethics. See, first of all, you need to know about the accounting standards, and then only you can understand what is right, what is wrong, what is right, what is wrong, what is ethical and what is unethical, what is ethical and what is unethical. So you need to have a knowledge. You need to have a knowledge first of all, and then only you can study ethics. So generally you will see I will be taking up the topic of ethics towards the very end. I will be taking up the topic of ethics towards the very end. I will be taking up the topic of ethics towards the very end. And then once you are done with everything, then towards the end, the last thing which you have to do study is the current issue. Is the current issue. The last thing. So this should be the sequence of study. Is that clear, everyone? Come on, guys, please tell me. Is that clear, everyone? Are you understanding this part? Okay. Now, so this is all about the ACCA SBR syllabus. Now, moving forward, just the point which I'm going to say now, definitely it will not be tested in your exam, but I believe you should know these important things. Can you tell me who sets up the accounting standards? Who sets your accounting standards? Come on, guys, tell me. Do you know who sets the accounting standards? What is the name of accounting standard setting body? Can you please tell me the name? Okay. In 1973, you will feel like you are now, for the next 5 minutes you will feel like you are in history class. Okay, but need not worry. I believe you should know these important facts. In 1973, just a minute, please. In 1973, IASC was set up, International Accounting Standards Committee. International Accounting Standards Committee, which set up 41 IAS, which sets up 41 IAS. So from starting from 1, okay, starting from 1, 2, 3 till 41. Can you tell me what is the name of IAS 41? Can you tell me what is the name of IAS 41? Can you tell me what is the name of IAS 41? Come on, guys, tell me. What is the name of IAS 41? Just for the sake of knowledge. Come on, guys, tell me. Do you know what is the name of IAS 41? Come on, guys. It's called as agriculture. Agriculture, which deals with biological assets. Which deals with biological assets. Okay. But now what happened? As the world evolved, what happened? The accounting standard body realized the need for the change in these standards. So what happened in 2000? In 2000, IASC was reformed, and by the name is IASB, International Accounting Standards Board, and they started revisiting these standards. They started revisiting these standards, and they started replacing. For example, IAS 17 got replaced, and new standard which came into picture was IFRS 16 leases. For example, IAS 11 and IAS 18 were cancelled, and a new standard called as IFRS 15 came into picture. And the most recent, can you tell me what is the latest? Which one is the latest IFRS? Can anyone tell me which one is the latest IFRS? Which one is the latest IFRS? IFRS 18. And which IAS was cancelled for this one? IAS 1 was replaced. IAS 1 was replaced. Okay. So basically, that's why we have to study few IAS and few IFRS. Okay. The IAS which were not replaced continue to work as it is. But for the IAS which got cancelled, for them we have to study IFRS. Is that clear, everyone? Are you understanding? So I believe, see, this is not going to be tested in the exam, but I believe you should know these small points. This forms the base. Was this an interesting fact? Come on, guys, tell me. Was this an interesting fact? Okay, one more thing. Can you tell me, we have very important IFRS 9. Can you tell me which IAS did it replace? IFRS 9 is of financial instruments. Can you tell me, guys, which IAS did it replace? So it replaced IAS 39. Okay. So I'm not going to list the entire thing, but just for the sake of your knowledge, I wanted you to know these important facts. I believe it is clear. Come on, guys, tell me. I believe it is very much clear to all of you. Okay, now moving further. Exam pattern of ACCA SBR. What exactly is the exam pattern of ACCA SBR? What exactly is the exam pattern of ACCA SBR? Buddy, IAS 32 is still in place. It is still applicable. Okay, IAS 32 is still applicable. Now, exam pattern of ACCA SBR. Guys, I have a surprise for you. Okay, if you listen to me properly till the end, I have a surprise for you. Okay, I have something. See, part A, part B. It will be surprise for you. Okay. Exam pattern of ACCA SBR. So ACCA SBR, definitely the question is of 100 marks, and the duration is 3 hours and 15 minutes. 3 hours and 15 minutes is the duration. The exam paper is divided into two parts. Section A and section B. Section A and section B. Section A has two questions. Question number 1, question number 2. Question number 1 is primarily focused on group accounting. And the weightage is 30 marks. The exam weightage is 30 marks. The exam weightage is 30 marks. But the important point here is, out of these 30 marks, ACCA asks a question, okay, in question number 1, 30 marks. It doesn't mean one question entirely of 30 marks. No, it will have subparts. It will have subparts. Generally, in my experience, I have seen it does have 3 to 4 subparts. It will have 3 to 4 subparts: A, B, C, D. And out of these, one subpart will be from the pre-populated spreadsheet. Now, what is this pre-populated spreadsheet? So in this pre-populated spreadsheet, ACCA, what does they do is, I will show, don't worry. First of all, let me explain, and then I am going to show you an exam paper as well. Okay. Now, what ACCA does particularly in this part is, they prepare a console SOFP or console P&L. Or console cash flow statements. Okay. They prepare it. They already prepare it. Okay. It can be a console SOFP or a console P&L or a console cash flow statements. Console cash flow statements. But the challenge here in this thing, what they have prepared is, either there are some mistakes which you need to rectify, or there are certain adjustments which they have not adjusted, so which you have to do the adjustments, for which you have to make the adjustments. And you know what, the important part is, they test it for around 10 to 14 marks, not also 10, I can say 12 to 14 marks. 12 to 14 marks. And you know what, these are complete free marks, I can say. These are complete free marks. In my opinion, they are complete free marks. Very easy to score. Very easy to, if you have got the conceptual understanding, of group accounting clear, you can easily score this 12 to 14 marks. It's quite very easy to score. Okay. Now, question number 2 will be primarily focused on ethics. But it will not test your knowledge only on ethics. No. So question number 2 will be, first of all, an accounting issue plus ethical issue. So if I have to take up an example and explain, the example can be, I have collected the consideration from the customer today, but I will be delivering the goods to the customer after 2 years. Tell me, when should I recognize revenue? Today or after 2 years or over 2 years? I have received the consideration today, but I will be delivering the goods to the customer after 2 years. Tell me, when should I recognize revenue? Come on guys, tell me, when should I recognize revenue? Today or after 2 years? Come on, tell me please. I have received the consideration today itself, but the goods will be transferred after 2 years. Come on, tell me. Applying the principles of IFRS 15. After 2 years, right? So I will recognize the revenue when the goods are transferred. When the goods are transferred, then I will recognize the revenue. So now in the question you will see, In the question you will see the accountant has recognized the whole amount today itself as revenue. Today itself as revenue. So now first of all you have to talk about an accounting issue, that the treatment given by the accountant is not correct as per the principles of IFRS 15. Okay, and then you have to link this to ethics. You have to link that to ethics. And what can be an ethical issue? The accountant, the salary of the accountant, was linked with the profit. So he received the consideration today, he recorded that as an income today, the profit got inflated, his salary got inflated, right? So it is a self-interest threat. It's an objectivity issue. Right? So this is how the question will be coming up. So first it will be an accounting issue, and then you have to link that to the ethical issue as well. So this will be for 20 marks. And in this one, ethical issue will be of, you can say, 8 to 10 marks. Okay, and the weightage of accounting issue will be 10 to 12 marks. The weightage of accounting issue will be 10 to 12 marks. Okay, so this is what is happening here. Yes, an integrity issue as well. Okay, I'll be discussing each and everything. Need not worry. Okay, so this is all about section A. So section A is of 30 plus 20, 50 marks. Okay, now if I talk about section B, if I talk particularly about section B, so let me add a page here. Section B again has two questions, question number 3 and question number 4, and both the questions are of 25 marks each. Now, unlike section A, there is no specific area to which these questions targets. No, but only thing which I can say here is they can test your knowledge on accounting standards. Additionally, question number 4 will definitely test your knowledge on framework. They will test your knowledge on analysis. Okay, so all those things, they will test your knowledge on current issue. If there is any current issues for your attempt, they will test your knowledge on the current issues. Okay, so all those things will be tested in question number 3 and question number 4. So this is what it is. Again, and you can say that question number 3 again has subparts A, B, C. Similarly goes with question number 4 has subparts A, B, C, D. And similarly, question number 2 ideally has 2 parts, A and B. A will be from an accounting issue and B will be from ethical issue. Okay, so this is how the question is drafted. Is the exam pattern of SBR, and I believe it is quite very clear to all of you now. And the most important thing which I want you guys to understand, at SBR level, unlike FR exams, at FR, calculations and analysis, the weightage was, you can say, around 85 and analysis was 15, because in the last question of section C of FR, which is of 20 marks, there also you get the marks for calculation of ratios, right? Now here at SBR level, let me write one more point. There is 60 marks objective type questions, 40 marks constructed response questions. Here, The entire 100 marks are constructed response questions. OTQ? No. There are no OTQs. There are no objective type questions. Not even a single mark. Not even a single mark. And calculation forms just 30 marks, and the rest everything is subjective. 70. Now what does this analysis mean? The question will start from sentences like explain, discuss, evaluate, analyze, assess. The entire paper will be like this. So you are required to write the application of the knowledge rather than just showing the number crunching, rather than just showing the calculations. So this is one of the major differences between FR and SBR. I believe you are getting my point. Come on guys, tell me please. Is that clear everyone? Come on guys, tell me please. Okay. Now, is the exam pattern clear to all of you? Come on guys, can you please tell me? Can you please confirm if the exam pattern is clear to all of you? Wonderful. Now coming to ACCA resources which you must use. Let me name them first of all. First is practice platform. Sir, for what purpose shall we use? Use it to solve past papers, practice papers, specimen papers, and of course pre-mock for your exam, that is June 2026. Pre-mock for your exam. Okay. Now, second thing is study hub. For the students, okay. Now, in my opinion, understand guys, there can be multiple set of students. If you are using BPP or Kaplan, then in that case, how should you use study hub? So in that case, use study hub to solve quizzes, which will give you ample amount of confidence, okay, of the conceptual understandings. Okay, if you are not using BPP Kaplan, then you should refer to study hub as an alternative to BPP or Kaplan. Now, but if you are taking classes from me, I will recommend study hub is not required. Why? Because whatever were the relevant parts from study hub, I have already brought in the syllabus. You are not required to specifically run through the study hub time and again. No, whatever were the relevant parts, I have already brought. You will be getting SBR capsule book and SBR question bank. Yes, SBR question bank as well. And I will be showing the SBR question bank. And I'm really excited to show the question bank with you guys. I believe it's a self-sufficient book. It's a self-sufficient book which you'll be getting for SBR question bank. Okay. And which I'll be showing in the class right now. Don't worry, and you will get the hard copy of it. Okay, so I have already considered whatever were the relevant parts. I have already considered. Otherwise, apart from that, you are not required to refer to study hub again. Third, technical article. Technical article. Whether you are taking classes from me, any other faculty, you are using BPP, Kaplan, irrespective of it. Okay, read technical article as you complete a topic. Okay, as you complete topic. Okay, so if you are enrolling with me, what you will see is you will get a link of the Google Drive in the WhatsApp group where you are added. Okay, and in that WhatsApp in that Google Drive link, you will get a technical article mapping file. Okay, so for each chapter I have already given you the link of the technical article which you have to study. It is already mapped. Okay, it is already mapped. Now, fourth resource which you should use is examiner report. Examiner report. Now, how many examiner reports to be studied? At least 3. Last 3 exam. And what exactly to study in the technical in the examiner report? What is the practice done by stronger set of students, and you have to adopt it, and what is the practice adopted by weaker students and you have to avoid it. Okay, now if you are enrolling with me, you will get a session, you will get a recorded session of examiner report of around 1 hour 20 minutes or 30 minutes, wherein I have discussed the summary of last 10 attempts examiner report, list of do's and list of don'ts. I have already discussed that with you guys. Okay, so now when I was saying about, so these are the ACCA resources which you must use. Okay, and how to use that also I have given here. Okay, now, so when I was talking about my SBR capsule book and SBR question bank, let me take up an opportunity to show that book to you guys. Okay, so this is my SBR capsule book. Okay, this is my SBR capsule book. So in this capsule book, what I have done is I have beautifully summarized each and every concepts. Also, there are a lot of examples. Okay, and these examples are the master examples. These are the master examples considering all the question papers. Okay, these are master examples. And not only this, what I have done is towards the end of every chapter, you will find exam focus point. And what is this exam focus point? This exam focus point is nothing but the mistakes made by the students in the exam. Okay, which and from where I have identified some from my experiences, some from the tests which I take from the students, and some from the examiner reports. Okay, so it's a mix of each and everything. Okay, additionally, you will also find for some important concepts, you will also find the mind map prepared. You will also find the mind maps. Okay, you will also find the mind maps. So these things will definitely help you ace your SBR in a much easier manner. Now, this is our SBR capsule book, which you will get the hard copy of it. If you are an Indian student, if you are an international student, we will be dispatching the books to you, but you have to bear the shipping costs. Okay. Now, coming to the question bank, and this question bank, I have done a lot of changes. So please listen, see this question bank. So what I have done, generally ACCA students, I have seen they struggle. Let's suppose they have studied a chapter of non-current assets. They don't have any particular question of non-current assets to solve. They don't have any particular question of non-current assets which they can practice. No, because in SBR, the questions that comes up in the exam, The questions that comes up in the exam, they are from multiple standards. They are from multiple standards. Okay, so if you study a topic called as revenue, do you have a specified list of questions only from revenue? No, you don't have. No, you don't have. If you have studied a chapter called as leases, do you have a specific list of questions only for the leases? No, you don't have it. So let's suppose in FR, when you were at FR level, skill level, okay. So let's suppose you completed a chapter called as income taxes. You had questions from income taxes. You completed leases. You had questions from leases. You completed revenue. You had questions from revenue, which you can practice. And guys, we all of us know, unless and until we practice questions, we will not get the confidence, right? We will not get the confidence. So what I did is I analyzed all the past papers, practice papers, specimen papers, study hub, all the questions I analyzed and I segregated it chapter by chapter. So this is the segregation for each questions, for each chapter by chapter. So in total, how many questions can you see? 6 plus 5. Total, if you can see, it will be 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 10, 21, 21, 6, 27. Roughly, you can say around 78 questions. Around 78 or 80 questions. Because see, in group accounting, we have 39 questions, right? So roughly around 78 or 80 questions are there. These many questions we have. Okay. And you want to see the questions? I will show the questions also to you. See the questions. Part A. See the questions. This is the question and see the source. See the source. Question number 3B. I have specifically took the extract of question number 3B because it was from a particular standard. Now you want to see more, I'll show it to you. Just hold on. See, it is from practice exam. See, practice exam. Past paper. Specimen 1. Past paper. Right? Now next. And the best part is you have the question, just below we have the answer. And not only this, I will also show you something else. Just a minute. Wherever possible for me, I have written something. See, exam focus point. This is the mistake which you could do in the exam. Again, see, exam focus point. This is the mistake which you could have done in the exam. Okay, so it has taken me a considerable effort to make this book, and I believe this book will be a game changer for your preparation. This book will be a game changer for your preparation. Okay. Now I'll show you one more chapter, group accounting. See, group accounting, as I know, is a very important chapter. So what I have done in the group accounting chapter is I have divided this chapter into two parts. One is the concept based question and another is full-fledged question. So concept based questions are focusing on a specific concept. Let's suppose goodwill. So once you have understood the concept of goodwill, you can solve these questions. Okay, let's suppose you have understood the concept of step acquisition. You can solve these questions. Further, you have understood the concept of replacement award. You can solve these questions. Now, once you have solved all of these concept-based questions, and your concepts become strong, and then I will take you to the exam level full. And these concept-based questions are also coming from past papers. Okay, but these are not full-fledged questions. Now see. Once you have done with these, how many questions? Just see how many questions. I think around 32 concept-based questions. Yes. 31 concept-based questions. And then comes full-fledged questions. And these full-fledged questions are of 30 marks. See, 30 marks. And I have tried to include each and everything. Group SOFP, group P&L, group cash flow, group SOFP again. We have a lot of questions of group SOFP. Again group SOFP. The next question will be group P and L. Then what? Group cash flow statements. Group cash flow. The next question will be from subsidiary, foreign subsidiary. Foreign subsidiary. Right? So I have tried to bring in all the possible questions. Sir, will you help us practice these questions? Yes. Yes. These questions, see in total how many questions we have? In total, see in total how many questions we have? 119. 119 questions we have in total, 119. And I can tell you, we will be solving around 80% questions in the class itself. Around 80% questions in the class itself we are solving. Group accounting, we have solved 100% questions in the class itself. Group accounting, we have solved 100% questions in the class itself. Okay, so this is how we are going to study. This book has yes taken me a considerable amount of effort and timing, and I believe it will be helpful for you guys. Okay, now you guys wanted to know how exactly SBR different from that of SFAR. Okay, before I move on to SBR versus FR, why not come and see a past paper? Why not come and see a past paper? So this is an SBR past paper. If you can see on the screen, it is a past paper of September, December 2025. September, December 2025. Now, how exactly it will move next? Just a minute. It's opening. Till the time it opens, I'll show you something else to you guys. In see here, not only topic wise questions, this SBR question bank doesn't have only topic wise questions. It does have, see guys, you have the problem, right? You have the problem, sir, where can I find past papers? Where can I find the solutions? Where can I find the marking scheme? The challenge is over now. See, in this SBR question bank, I have already brought the relevant questions of ACCA practice platform here itself. Now you can see here, you will find the question paper. You will find the question paper. Just below the question paper, you will also find the solution to that question paper. And not only this, you will also find the marking scheme. See here. The marking scheme is also there. The marking scheme is also there. And we have done this for not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 papers. 7 papers. So this also we will be discussing in our classes. This also we will be discussing in our classes. So this is how we will be focusing. This much importance will be given to the questions in our classes. Okay, I believe it should have opened by now. Yes. Let me run you through a past paper. See, this is the ACCA SBR past paper for September, December 2025 examination. It says it has 2 sections, section A and section B. Section A has 2 questions worth 50 marks. Section B has 2 questions worth 50 marks, which has 25 marker 2 questions. Now see here, please. Section A. If I start now, just see. I am opening the requirements. See here, guys. Read this requirement. See. Explain. See here. Explain. I can't mark it here. Explain. Okay, what I'll do is I'll come and explain from here. I'll show it from here. In my question bank also it is there, no? Part B. See here. Question number 1 is from group accounting. Okay. Coming to the requirements. See here. First question is from calculate. But if you see the second question, explain, adjust the pre-populated spreadsheet, it is of 10 marks. Okay. Moving on to question number 2. It is from ethics. See here. Discuss the ethical issues. It is for 10 marks. And the accounting issue, discuss, explain, 8 marks. So all those things are discuss, explain. Very rarely you will find calculate. Very rarely you will find calculate. No, everywhere it is discuss, explain, analyze, critically evaluate, assess. See, I'm coming to question number 3. Explain. Question number 4. Explain, discuss, explain. Right? Everywhere it is discuss and explain. That's all. So this is how the exam paper is drafted. Okay. So SBR paper is quite significantly different from that of FR. FR was more of a number crunching paper, but SBR is more of, you can say, analysis based paper, where you have to apply the knowledge, rather than just writing the knowledge. Okay. Now, how is SBR different from FR? Understand. IAS 16 is exactly the same. Okay, FR and SBR same, again same. Yes, here few new topics will be there. You will find few new topics in impairment. Okay, few new topics you will find in impairment. Okay, again, few new topics you will find in IFRS 5. Few new topics you will find in IFRS 16. Particularly from a lesser's perspective, accounting you have to study, sale and lease back, multiple case scenarios will come up. Okay, financial instruments, again few new topics will be there. IAS 19 is a completely new topic. It was not there in financial reporting. Share based payment is a completely new topic which was not there in FR paper. Again, here you will find few more new topics. IFRS 18 is completely new at SBR level. Again, you will this I can say to large extent it is same. To a large extent it is same, but there are few, you can say, additional topics. There are few additional topics, few application based topics. Events, to a large extent it is same. Income taxes, it is same, but there are few application scenarios which you will understand. Few application scenarios which are there new at SBR level. Agriculture is, you can say, same. Inventories, you can say same. Fair value measurement, yes, it is. It has some new additional topics to be studied. IAS 8, you can say same. IAS 21, it has some new topics. You have to particularly study about foreign subsidiary, foreign associate, foreign operations. Okay, IFRS 18, it is much more advanced than it is at FR. Okay, much more advanced. Okay. Now, group accounting is much more advanced. There are a lot of new topics. IAS 34 is a completely new topic at SBR level. Ethics is completely new topic at SBR level. It's a completely new topic at SBR level. Okay, now IFRS S1 was there at FR, but IFRS S2 is new at SBR level. Conceptual framework is the same, but there are few this SBR version is a little bit more advanced. This is again a new topic. So this is the comparison of FR versus SBR. I can say 60% of FR. I can say, understand, SBR and FR, they are 60% same. At SBR, you have to study 40% extra. Whatever you have studied at FR, again everything will come up at SBR also. Okay, so for those students who are taking up my classes, need not worry at all. I will be teaching you from the very scratch, assuming you don't know anything about FR, you don't know anything about FR. I will be teaching you everything from the very scratch. Okay, now I go down to a level that I assume you don't know the basics. I assume you don't know the basics. I will be teaching you what is the meaning of financial statements, what are the components of financial statements, what are the elements of financial statements, definitions of asset, liability, income, expense, equity, what is the treatment of income and expense, when will it go to P&L, when will it go to other comprehensive income, when will it go to equity, treatment of time value of money, concept of IAS and IFRS, and basics to pass journal entries. Okay. Now, so all those things will be covered in our classes, need not worry at all. So if you are a student who is worrying that sir, I have appeared FR long back, or I have not appeared FR, I got an exemption in FR, my FR was not so strong, need not worry. We will be covering each and everything at SBR from the very scratch. Okay. Now, this is the planner which we will be following, but how exactly we will follow the planner? Now, what should be the structure of class is what I want to discuss now. For the students who have enrolled with us or who will be enrolling with us, what will be the structure of our classes? Please understand. My classes will have 4 pillars. One is the concepts. One is the conceptual practice. One is the third one comes up queries. And fourth one comes up exam practice. Considering, see, at SBR level, most of the students are working. Okay. So to map a time specifically for all of them is not quite possible. So what I have done here is, you will get concepts in pre-recorded mode. You will get conceptual practice. When I say conceptual practice, I mean to say part A. I mean to say part A in pre-recorded mode. Okay. Now, so what you have to do is, see, I have given you a planner. Here. See, let's suppose 21st March is the session for non-current assets. So what you have to do is, today is 15th of March. The next class will happen on 21st of March. So in between this time, you have to watch the concepts of non-current assets, plus you have to practice questions, plus you have to watch a video of practice. You have to watch videos of practice questions. Okay. Now, then after doing all these things, you have to accumulate your queries. And where will you discuss these queries? In the session. So every Saturday at 2 p.m. IST India time, we will be having a session wherein we will be discussing the queries. Okay, we will be discussing. Now, I want you to be disciplined as well, and that's why I have given you a complete schedule. We will be following this schedule. Okay, so now you have to complete the lecture, come to the session, discuss your queries with me. Okay, now, but I know solely giving the solely giving the recorded mode will not help my students. Okay, that's why I included the queries in the live mode. So these queries will be taken care of in the live mode. But that's not all. Okay, so this way we will complete the entire set of lectures. But now what I will be doing, this part B is called as the past papers, specimen papers. They are exam level preparation. So this we will be conducting it. Where exactly it is? Exam level preparation, exam practice here. So this will be conducting around, you can say, 60% questions in live mode. Okay, the remaining 40% will be given in the pre-recorded mode. Now you can say roughly we will be discussing in the live mode around the top questions. I'll be discussing around 30 questions. I'll be discussing in the live mode. Around 30 questions I'll be discussing in the live mode. Rest I will be giving you the pre-recorded. Okay, but now giving you in the pre-recorded doesn't mean that you cannot ask me queries. Definitely you can ask me queries. Definitely you can ask me your queries. I'll tell you one fun fact. One important point. It will be 70 to 80% live. Just that I'm not over promising. Just that I don't want to over promise myself. Okay, so I'm keeping it 60, but ideally I am planning it for 70 to 80%. I am planning to keep it live. Okay, but just that I don't want to over promise you guys. Okay, now post which you will have 3 full-fledged test, 3 full-fledged mock test, out of which one will be your pre-mock June 2026 exam. Okay, and this will be with a feedback. Okay, and for all the 3 tests you will have an evaluation session wherein I will be discussing the entire set of questions with you guys. Okay, so now if I have to tell you a schedule of mock test, so the mock test which will be conducted will be at 2 levels, block wise and full-fledged. Block wise generally in the range of 3 to 4, and full-fledged you can say 2 to 3. Though I have written here 3, but it happens between 2 to 3 mock test we will take up. Okay, so this is what. So roughly you can say total of this mix and match I can do. But roughly I can say roughly we will have around 5 mock tests for sure. This mix and match can happen. Okay, now, so this is the schedule which we will be following for our SBR classes. Okay, now, I think I have shared almost all the details. Sir, you might have a query, sir. When will be the live classes? Again, let me tell you, the live classes will be conducted on Saturday, 2 p.m. India time. Okay, now, by when will the syllabus get over? When will the syllabus gets over? By first week of May. The concepts and the conceptual practice will get over. By first week of May, your concepts plus question practice will get over. Okay, and then we will be revising the past papers, and then we will have full-fledged tests, queries and revisions till exams. Shruti is asking, sir, we won't get the live lectures for concepts. No, because understand, at SBR level, most of the students who are joining the classes, they are working, right? So I want to give them the flexibility of watching the lectures at their own pace, but also I want to maintain the discipline of the live sessions. So that's why I am keeping one session per week live. Every week one session will be live. Every week one session will be live, wherein I am discussing the queries which you get from watching the lectures. And also you can see these sessions will also be conducted in the live mode. These sessions will also be conducted in the live mode. The practice will be done in the live mode. The practice will be done in the live mode. Okay, so that's what. So it is a blended model wherein you can get the flexibility of recording plus the discipline of live. Okay, both is blended in this model. Okay, now I believe I have covered each and everything about SBR in my opinion. Okay, now nothing else is required to be discussed further. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. Yes, this is my YouTube channel. Okay, where also I conduct live YouTube revisions for FR and SBR. Okay, now if you are interested in our lectures and you want to buy, you can. There is a contact details given in the description box. Contact details are given in the description box. Also, you can find the contact details here. The website and the contact number is given here. You can reach out to us for the lectures. I believe that's all from my side from SBR perspective. If you guys have any further queries which you want to discuss with me particularly, you are open to discuss. And if not, that's all from my side. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.